What is up, nerds? It has been a very long time, but we are finally back with some GreyHack stuff. Um, yeah, I've just been really busy doing some other things. I'll probably upload some other videos to this channel. I got a couple other things I'm working on, but we are here today because GreyHack is officially in beta, which means there's some changes, there's some patch notes, a lot of things are broken. So I wanted to cover a couple of those things today. Now, if you've noticed in any of my previous GreyHack videos, I try to be specific about the version number. So I try to say GreyHack 0.8 in most of my videos for this exact reason, because I don't want people to get confused when, so as of today, moving forward, if anyone goes and looks at my old videos from 0.8, a lot of them might not work. And more specifically, the player handbook video that I made does not work right now. Rocket said earlier today that there would be a new player handbook coming out. Obviously, I'm going to cover that, make sure everyone's set up. And then I desperately owe Rocket a video about Rockshell, which is a really awesome program that they made. And I wanted to make sure to showcase it. So before we get into any of these patch notes, if this is a new build, right? So there's all kinds of new stuff happening. A lot of the old ways of doing things just don't work anymore. So if you have cool stuff that you're making or cool stuff that you want to showcase and maybe show the rest of the community, reach out to me. I'm in all the GreyHack Discords. I would love to show off some of the cool stuff that people in this community have made, because I'll tell you, it may not be a big community, but man, some of these people are just studs. I mean, their brains are just so huge. I can't even comprehend. So, anyways, let's read through these patch notes. I'm not going to do any actual hacking today because I have no idea how anything works right now. So we're just going to read this, and then we'll have some new videos coming out in the future. Once we get some stuff going and some people that are much smarter than myself have figured out some better ways to do this. So let's go. The public build has been updated with the latest available version of the game. As usual, since the nightly build is merged with the public version, the nightly build has been disabled until the next cycle. So all of this stuff was in nightly, and now it's been moved over to public, which means nightly is no longer available until they put some new stuff in that nightly build. This merge is special because, having completed all the main features of the game, we are moving from the alpha version to the beta version. Congratulations, Kuro. This is huge. Well done, well done. Even though we are now in the beta version, the development dynamic will continue as always, with nightly build cycles, where new additions and major bug fixes are tested before updating the main branch. The difference is that from now on, the nightly build cycles will be much shorter. The roadmap has been updated with the latest changes, and we'll look at the roadmap too afterwards. Here are the main points that have been added to this update. Extended NPC behavior. The NPC scheduling system has been completely re-implemented, improving and adding certain activities that will allow players to interact with various aspects of their lives. From Monday to Friday, NPCs will go to work and have their leisure time, while weekends will be mostly dedicated to leisure activities and sleep. Players will be able to check NPC activities through CCTV if the network has available cameras. Now, I know we've had CCTV for a while, but in the past, really the only reason that you had it was to zoom in on sticky notes on people's machines to find a password or something. But it looks like all of that's changing. This can be particularly useful if the network has certain hackable smart appliances, as these can cause accidents. So what I'm reading here is that if someone has a smart stove, you could hack the smart stove and burn their house down during the weekend while they're at home. That's wow, that's kind of crazy. All right. Similarly, players can track an NPC's license plate to monitor them through traffic cameras during their commutes, perhaps to hack traffic lights and also cause an accident. If the network contains the employee record database, the players will be able to know the full schedule of NPCs. So this This is literally from like the movie Hackers from like 1991, where they hack all the traffic cameras so that they can like, what is it? They can like rollerblade directly to like the Port Authority or something. I don't know. This is pretty cool. These accidents can cause the death of NPCs, although killing an NPC is not the only way to get rid of an NPC on a network that is preventing us from reaching our goal, like an annoying administrator. So we can literally unalive administrators who are not letting us into networks. We can also use other methods to get the NPC fired, such as changing the alarm clock time on their smartphone so they're late for work several days in a row. This is interesting. NPCs also communicate with each other through emails with NPCs from their network and also with NPCs from other networks. Besides discussing mundane topics, they will also comment on any problems or peculiar situations involving an NPC, allowing the player to know the context of the NPCs in the network to act accordingly if we want to interfere in their behavior to impact the company, and also to discover hidden missions more organically. Now, I wonder, I mean, obviously we already have social engineering where we can act like we're somebody and talk to someone else. But I wonder if it just means like you can pick up sensitive information that maybe they're telling each other about something about the network or something. Bank trace system. Now this is interesting. Bank trace system. On the other hand, NPCs will be more aware of the movements in their bank accounts. Okay, so no longer are the days of bank grinding 500 accounts and then just removing the $25 out of each. I mean, maybe, but wow. Therefore, if an NPC detects that someone has stolen money from their bank account, they will report it to the authorities, who will start tracing the bank transactions to try and catch the perpetrator. Huh. In a similar way, if an NPC detects an unusual deposit in their account, they can also report it to the authorities, causing a trace of the transfer or withdraw the money that kept it. I'm going to use some inference here and say that this is a reason why you would use crypto. Or maybe there's just like another layer here, right? Where you have to maybe steal someone else's email address and then use that email address to make a bank account and then transfer the money to the bank account and then move that money from the bank account to crypto and then move from crypto to your bank account. You know, like real life money laundering. I didn't say that. Anyways, world impacted by player actions. The job performance of all NPCs within a company influences the profits it can generate. Consequently, a company with a workforce of incompetent people will experience losses month after month. Only large companies that sell software and hardware are public and allow players to buy shares. So this is becoming a thing where we can be a part of a company, and if we know that another hacker is a part of a different company, we can try to nuke that company to increase our profit share. This is interesting. When a player acquires more than 50% of a company's shares, they will take control of it, unlocking various management options, as well as additional information about each worker's performance through their employees' profiles. If a player is not the majority shareholder, this information will be hidden. However, it can be discovered by reviewing the NPC's conversations and emails to learn more if desired. Okay, so this is the other side of that. So the emails and sniffing from up top is in order to figure out ways to infiltrate companies. This is, I'll be honest, this is kind of intimidating. This is a lot. Yeah, it's a little scary. Sorry about that. Okay, once a year, in game time, companies will offer to distribute dividends among shareholders, like real life, allowing them to earn a portion of the company's profits. The total profits will be distributed proportionally to the success each company is experiencing at that moment. So you have like quarterly reviews, and they give you stock dividends if you own stock. That's accurate. The company's profits will be obtained directly from players' purchases. Oh. For example, when a player buys a piece of hardware in any store, that money will accumulate and can be collected by all the company owners at the end of the year proportionally. Remember that to gain advantage over your competitors, you can either do it cleanly or interfere with their network to create chaos. Now, what I'm curious about is, could you like write software? Right? So let's say someone comes up with a really badass hacking program. Could you just write software that everyone wants to buy and then put it on the company's website? Because it said software, right? Yeah. Weird. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to find out. Player shops. Support has been added for... Oh, I just had to read half a second. Support has been added for players to create their own software and hardware stores. To configure the software for sale, you can set it up on an HTTP server. You can sell your used hardware from your warehouse or buy a new pre-configured pack to sell in stores. 100% of the revenue from these sales goes to the player who created the store, unlike the percentage received as a shareholder of an NPC store, which is much lower and shared with other shareholders. Wow. Cool. So that answers my question. So if people make a badass tool, you just spin up a web server and have people buy it. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Okay. 0 days. Okay. The new attack vector is designed with multiplayer mode in mind, specifically PvP mode. It allows for a more dynamic and balanced PvP between attack and defense. Now, I don't know anything about PvP. I don't know enough about the game, so I don't have much to say. The 0-day exploit attack consists of several phases, requiring in the first of them that players collaborate with each other in order to advance. Now, this is good. This is one of my biggest problems with this game right now, is that there really is no point in having a community. Like, you can make a clan, or you can like have friends in the game or whatever, but there's no advantage to playing with your boys, right? Like, I guess there is maybe in PvP, and this is one area that I don't know anything about, so maybe I'm totally wrong here. But anyway, let's keep reading. Although, if you prefer, you can solve this part on your own, but it will be slower. So to me, what this sounds like is you have to use multiple people's processing powers to maybe like crack a hash or something. Upon reaching a certain level, players will be able to obtain limited pieces of information, rumors, which upon completion will lead them to a specific network to continue with the discovery of the exploit. This will encourage collaboration among guild members to obtain this privileged information before another group, whether their intention is to attack or protect a specific network or server. This is cool. This is cool. I like this. I think this is cool. Because, as I said, I don't know anything about PvP. But this actually gives me an opportunity to maybe be able to, like, help, right? Even though I may not be able to, like, code really well and stuff, I can be a code monkey. Like, I can be, like, you can use me for processing power, right? I think this is cool. So, like, even, like, if me and 10 of my friends, and none of us know how to play this game, like, at all, then we could all still contribute to a piece of the game. I think that's cool. And I also like the idea that, like, just because you're trying to get this information doesn't mean you want to mess anyone up. Maybe they're your homies, and you want to get that data so that you can protect them from the 0 day. I think that's cool, too. Okay. Once this information is obtained, players will still need to do research work to discover and deal with the engineers who have worked on the library that may contain the undiscovered exploit, thus being able to move on to the next step of the attack, which will then be more technical for the player. Great. So phase 1 and 2, I can help. Phase 3, I'm essentially pointless. Got it. Okay. Here's some random change logs. Is there anything important in here? Super admins. So we added 0 day exploits, extended NPC behavior, Stocks can be purchased. Oh, shit. Now each public IP address has a unique procedurally generated domain. It's no longer necessary to check the database if the domain exists when creating it at the time of network generation. Yeah. Okay, cool. Whatever. They're not going to be like, yeah, less natural than any. That's fine. Employees viewer now displays more detailed NPC information. Yeah, so this is... We used to just give this for missions, and now we need it for like their schedule and things about them and ways to try to hack them. Redesigned UI, including default color theme and wallpaper. Bank trace. Added symlinks. Okay. Desktop icons can be arranged. You can restart in safe mode. Okay. Added backup system and config LAN for the entire network. Okay, this is the stores. If the local libraries, all these SO modules, are moved or deleted, along with the necessary files for the computer's operation, it will not be able to send and receive connections, including browser and the get router method. Interesting. Weird. Okay, so now, if you just straight break something, you don't get the time in that device to jump to something else. It just breaks and kicks you out, I'm assuming. Lib traffic net, okay. So that's our new traffic library. Traffic accidents. Smart microwaves and refrigerators. So this is the smart appliances. So you can kill someone with a refrigerator? Like an oven I could see, but I don't understand how we're going to kill someone with a refrigerator. Or like, I guess with a microwave you could just make it blow up, right? You like wait till they're going to zap a burrito and just blow it up. NPCs can now die or be fired. Added hire worker program, so that's probably if you own the company. Oh, this is funny. To hack smart appliances, it's necessary to obtain the manual for the specific model. These can be found in hardware manufacturing networks. You can find them using the browser with the terms electronic and tech. Okay, so we got smartphones, super admins. What are super admins? Added super admins who intercept overflows. Oh, and always force gas level permissions to be returned. So now if you overflow, you don't, all of your credentials default to guest, which is interesting. I think that adds another couple layers. This is the NPC emails. Oh, so the NPCs talking back and forth could tell you how a 0 day got triggered, right? So that might, okay. Wow. Wow. Additionally, they can indicate their break times and messages, which is especially useful for synchronizing accidents with smart appliances. Okay. That's pretty exciting. Wow, wow. Let's look at the roadmap real quick. So we're done with 8, right? So all my previous videos are for 8. We are on 9 now. So basically, they're just looking for... So we're going to be able to do ransomware and DDoS, sound and music. Okay, that's probably a good addition. During the development process, I will expose more parts of the game to prepare for modding support. That is cool. I'll tell you, again, I think modding support is the best thing that they could have ever done, because the people who play this game are just, they're just so big brained. Like, they're so smart that not having modding is handcuffing this game so bad. Because the players make some cool stuff. I mean, the game is cool, but the players are what make it really cool. You know, it's something else. And so, wow. So we're on version 0.9, which means the next release is going to be 1.0. All core features completed. And then version 1.x, where they start doing dedicated servers, which would also be really cool. Yeah, this is cool stuff. So, well, let's they said there was a new UI, right? Let's Let's log in really quick just to see what this UI looks like. Let's see what's going on here. Da, 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 da. Okay. There we go. Let's adjust this real quick. I have a widescreen TV, and so the resolution is a little jacked here. Let me, let's just do this. All right. The same game. Yeah, everything's getting wiped. We know. I just want to see what it looks like. I'm very curious to see what it looks like. Ellipse OS. Wow. All right, let's see what happens. Wow. Whoa. Okay, so now they're basically like, this is an operating system now. So now we can move everything all we want, right? Yeah, look at that. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, I don't have network connection. But this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. What does the browser window look like? About the same. Cool. Interesting. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. Well, that's about it. I just wanted to cover some of this stuff. Again, a lot of my previous videos that are labeled 0.8, use them tentatively. Understand that they may not be accurate anymore, but it's a new version. There's going to be new stuff coming out. I know there are some people working on some new updates, some new tools and stuff. So again, reach out to me if you have some cool tools, and if you are interested in GreyHack or would like to continue to see these videos come out, obviously like and subscribe and all that stuff. We actually have a significant amount. We have like almost 400 subscribers at this point, which in my opinion is crazy, because basically all of those subscribers are from GreyHack material. I know I've dropped the ball for a long time, but this is exciting stuff. I do want to hop back in. Once I'm done with this, I'll probably start tooling around a little bit, trying to figure out what the heck's going on here, and we'll come out with some other videos soon. So other than that, I'll talk to you later, nerds.